What up? It's your boy Melly's Kicks back with another sneak review for YouTube. As you can see by the thumbnail, the sneaker review is gonna be much appreciated because I know a lot of y'all are trying to really see what these look like in hand, and I'm really gonna go into it. I'm gonna make sure I hold the camera by my hand at all times when I'm getting these 360 shots on the turntable for you. But as you can see, this is a sneaker review for the Hyper Royals. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're new. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button. Turn on all notifications so when I post, you get a notification. You never miss a video. This review is going to be huge because I'm also going to put in a little bit of information for possible restocks, both in-store and online, coming in the future. But at the same time, everything is wishy-washy right now with Nike. But other than that, we're going to get into that at the end of the video. We're going to get this shoe review pop. Let's get it.
So as you can see, regular Air Jordan 1 box, Air Jordan 1, Retro High OG, Hyper Royal, and white. Size 11, personal pair, you already know. US 170 was the retail price. So as y'all can see, this shoe is buttery. This shoe is so clean. And yes, I just said buttery. Straight butter. This shoe is fire. So we're just gonna get into this. You got the white on the panels. You got the Hyper Royal cloud-like material. I love this. It feels great on your finger. This I honestly want to sit there and say, like, they put some real effort into the material on this shoe, just because the color itself, if they hadn't changed the material, it would be too similar to a university blue if it didn't have some of this rub away, like this nubuck suede feel. I love this, I really do. Alright, but you got the Hyper Royal on and around the toe box, around the eyelids, on the ankle straps, and on the heel, and obviously on the tab. Over the swooshes, you have the Hyper Royal also on the Nike tongue, as you can see. And then it also does come with Hyper Royal, the laces, the blue laces. The blue laces probably look clean. I honestly said if they had given us like a light blue, a gray, a white, and that blue, that would have probably been fire. Like, this is a shoe that deserves like a couple sets of laces, to be 100% honest. But yeah, you got the gray. You got the gray on the swoosh and around the collar and on the inside lining of the shoe itself. You got the gray also on the bottom, that Nike. We'll get you a better look at that real quick. Hold on. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Alright. But as you see, this shoe is clean. My fault. I also got the white on the midsole, white on the Air Jordan, and the toe box and the tongue. This shoe is so fire. But my thing is this at the same time. Like, look at this. Like, this rubs. You can like rub this in, rub it out. Like, you see how like I just made that look better. I made it look worse before the video because I wanted to see like what it would look like when I did this on the camera, and oh my goodness, the difference was crazy. Like, rewind 30 seconds, you probably could see the difference just on this back part right here. But cloud-like material, you know what I'm saying? Like literally so clean, yet they were so limited to get. Why is that? Like, what is up with these shoes and them being so limited? Well, let's hop in front of the camera and let's talk about it. So, as you can see, I know you might be able to see behind me a couple empty slots. Your boy got to rearrange the sneaker display now. He's acquired some more pairs that require a little bit of Tetris Gotta move some stuff around to get some of these Jordans in there. But the Hyper Royal 1, I got them off Sneakers. First draw I've ever won besides the Varsity Red High 85s last year. And that video, I will throw a banner up in the corner so you guys can check that video out if you haven't already. But this was my first draw this year when they started this new draw system. Because I technically don't count the Raging Bull 5s, even though I got those on the draw. That was such a GR, there was so much stock out there that I expected to win. What I was hearing about these was half the stock wasn't even there. It was supposedly there was over 110,000 pairs of these worldwide, yet stores didn't have them. Foot Locker, Champ, Foot Action, Jimmy Jazz, Hibbett's, DTLR, all these stores, some of them did selectively release pairs, but a lot of them didn't have their pairs. A lot of them didn't even have the shoe on the website for the weekend. When it came time to go buy those shoes, they didn't have them. They had pulled them from the site because they just didn't have the stock. And that's my thing is that right now, there's still so many pairs out there. I'd probably say, and I don't have the exact number, but I could definitely say there's probably 10 to 30,000 more pairs worldwide out there for grabs between men's and grade school pairs that haven't reached their destination. Nike's been having their shipping container problems. That's going to have people very upset, and that's a lot of that is to blame, not just because the shipping containers fall in the ocean, but you got port workers getting sick, and you got people in customs sitting there taking a month to 2 months to clear these shipping containers to then get the shoes out. So that's, if you notice that the UNCs dropped the very first week of March, the very first weekend, it was March 6th, I'm pretty sure it was the release date. And then you had restock after restock after restock the entire month of March into April. I just saw another grade school UNC 1 restock last week. Almost 2 months after the shoe was releasing, it's still restocking. You got Nike doing sneakers reserves on Jordans. That's going to become a normal thing. I think what they do is they originally make a certain number, and what they do is they continue to produce based off sales, and what they'll do is they'll hold them for the future and do the sneaker reserves. Now, we got a lot of people saying that, because of, Ann and her son, that Nike was into reselling and all that stuff, and this new way of how they're doing things, every release is a draw. General release, Air Jordan 1, draw. Retro 5 Raging Bull, general release, draw. Red Flint 13s this past Saturday, draw. They do draws on the Dunks because they're super limited as it is anyway, but think about that, draw after draw after draw, because what they are doing is trying to get rid of the bots by not making it a first come first serve kind of draw. So that was the thing, is that I went in, looked up a bunch of tips, kind of got mixed reviews on, mixed opinions on the stuff I was hearing and watching, and I realized this, is that if I go into a draw and I immediately put my size in, half the time my size is going to probably get filtered out because they think it's a bot. If you're one of those people that's 3 clicks, done, exactly at 10 o'clock on a draw, that might not be your best friend. I said it might, because again, these are all computer programs, they're algorithms, and it's something that, I've seen people tell me I went in exactly at 10 and 1. So that's my thing, is that if you go in exactly at 10, you might still win. But I'm saying that you probably have a better chance going in that 1 to 4 minute window that the draw is live, saying, there's still 6 minutes left, 6 minutes or more left for the draw. That's a great time to enter. I got these 3 minutes in. I think it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the draw I put my submission in. I put my grade schools in before I put in my size for these. Didn't hit on the grade school. Got these though. So that's my thing, is that
it's really lucky, but I will say, you have to be on the sneakers app. If you're trying to win, if that is your main source of winning shoes, you have to be on it. You have to be. Have to. That is not something that you can't just go after every hype release. You can make almost your money back on every single shoe out there. So if you're worried, if you're going after a shoe and you're worried about getting stuck with something you don't want, a lot of times there's a market for it, or you can make your money back. So there's that. Also, that's the thing, is that, you know, maybe it's not a shoe you like, but somebody else will like it. You sell it to them for the box price. Boom. They're happy. You're happy. You got rid of something you didn't want. But my thing is, you can't go after just the hype stuff and expect to win. So like, I've been lucky to hit Raging Bull 5s. I've been lucky to hit Hyper Royal 1s. I've been lucky to hit the women's dunk reserve that dropped last week. I hit 2 pairs of those. I hit baby size Travis Scott's. I don't have a child, but you know, I put in all sizes because it's a shoe, whatever, like that shoe has height. But I know people with kids, and you know, luckily I have somebody that wants them, and I'm not even gonna charge him anything resale because that man's got a whole kid. I'm not gonna go charge $150, $200 for a baby shoe that child's gonna wear for a month, if less. And when I say a month, that child will probably be in the shoe like 3-4 times. Done. It's not worth it at that point. Like, that's my thing, is that some people are in this market to really make $1, and cool. But if you're gonna do that, understand the reputation you're gonna get with that. Because if you only go after hype stuff, then you're called a hype beast. When you're called a hype beast, then your opinion isn't as valued when you talk about Jordans. So you could sit there and have a conversation with a bunch of sneakerheads because you buy and resell. You think you're in this group, but then when you start dropping like favorite shoes or things you like or things you're trying to go for, and somebody says something that like you didn't want to go for, and you drop opinion about it, a lot of times you will get judged about that opinion. When you're a sneakerhead, like, we take our shoes seriously. Saw somebody talking crazy about Retro 7. I'm gonna let you know this right now. My girlfriend ruined my old Retro 7s. I gave them to my boy. My girl ended up replacing them, and I was fine with that. I was totally fine with that. She didn't buy the exact same shoe. I was totally fine with it. I was like, you know, buy me another Jordan Retro, and we called it even. My thing was that I wanted a Retro 7 again so bad, so I went out and bought an 06 Cardinal 7 because I was like, I love the Cardinal 7. It's a 7. But like, I ain't even trying to waste your time anymore at this point. If you made it this far, please like this video. Please share this video. When I try to tell you, like, I take this more seriously than I take a lot of other things. Like, I collect. I'm not just here to try to make $1. If that's what you think, if that's your opinion, that's cool. I go, you can ask. If you hit me up, like, I will tell you. There are times where I will definitely make my $1. But there are situations where I need. If I'm sitting there, you know, I have a trip or some random expense coming up that maybe I don't want to pay for myself. I don't want to have to sit there and allocate funds for that. If I can make money to cover that, I'm going to make money to cover that. But if I'm going and getting shoes and I'm trying to help somebody out, like, I'm going to help them out. Retail, possibly $20 finder fee, gas money, shipping, that's it. Like, we out here trying to charge people for all this craziness, and yet, y'all getting tight. You know how many, excuse my language, you know how many motherfuckers went after this shoe, didn't get them, when they saw my story, they was hated. People trying to ask me to sell them to them, like, nah. You know why? Because this is what I call, like, I paid resale for both my girls and my UNCs ones, the University Blue ones that came out in March, because just the way the stock was going, it was so wishy-washy. I couldn't even get a pair, and she wanted them. It was her birthday. I got them for her. I got mine, and this is my consolation prize. These for retail. Everybody's like, oh, I'm like, bro, I paid $1,100 for 3 shoes in a month. $2 2 university blues, and a silver toe. I worked my butt off to get that. I worked my butt off for my resources. I worked my butt off for a lot of things. So if you are in a sneaker game as a sneakerhead, a sneaker collector, and then when I say sneakerhead and a sneaker collectors, when I say collectors be going after almost everything. They be like, I need all this for the toe. A sneakerhead has their opinions. They pick and choose the shoes they want that they specifically like. That doesn't have anything to do with the hype behind it. Then you have the resellers, the hype beasts, who will only go after things that have hype on them. Like, I'm recording this video on May 4th, and the patinas came out today. And the people over here calling them bricks because, like, the material fades and changes color from that rust bronze into black. And it does it at an inconsistent basis, but like Jordan is implementing these new materials and designs on these shoes to make them more interesting, to give them a story. Hyper Royal, I'm sorry, when you think Hyper Royal, like we got Game Royal, you got Team Royal, you got Hyper Royal, when you think Hyper Royal, would you automatically assume they're going to give you something that looks exactly like this? No, you're not. You're going to think something else, but they go and make this. They put this design on it. They give it almost a denim feel. Whew. Whew. Clean. Clean. And that's the thing. If you really like something, go for it. But if you're only hyping it up, understand, you shouldn't get salty and you shouldn't be salty if you don't get the shoe. You didn't want it. If you're just trying to make a buck, oh, it's a missed out opportunity on money. Learn from it. I have people all the time, they want to complain about this, complain about that, about random things in life, but then when the opportunity to make money comes across, and I see people all the time, they don't get all uptight, you know, oh, they missed out on the opportunity, because opportunities come and go like that. That's my thing. If you are really here, really doing this for the love of the sneakers, then you already know what you got to do. If you're doing it for the love of the money, I mean, somebody got you into this reselling somehow, some way. Go hit your mentor up, or you need to be doing research. Don't resell and not do any research. Don't resell and not have ways to cop stuff. Don't call yourself a reseller or say you're going to get into reselling, and I don't see you trying to go after stuff. I don't see you in the store with me, or I don't see you posting on Snapchat where you live, that you hit your local stores and, you know, you went and did your Saturday run, Friday run, Sunday run, leftovers, whatever you want to call it. But end of the day, you know, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. You know, your boy, he loves them. I love sneakers. I'm loving my job at the bank right now because your boy gets to wear J's every single day. And when I tell you, I got these people coming in who don't even care about shoes, don't even wear tennis shoes, some of them, and they're like, ooh, where'd you get those? My man from, what is it, the little TikTok, he said, ooh, grab me that sneaker. That right there, that is the funniest, like, if somebody reacts that way, like, ooh, where did you get those? Oh, those are nice, what are those called? Or, oh, that's my favorite shoe you've worn yet. That's the stuff. Now, mind you, I don't be breaking out just anything at work, you know, because I'm just standing there. Nobody really looking at my feet. You know, if I'm going to rock something, I'm going to rock something. But I'm also not trying to break my shoes and just standing there. That's not really breaking them in. That's not doing anything for me. But if you made it this far, you got to holler at your boy again soon. Drop a like. If you made it this far, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these Hyper Royal ones. They fire. I've been chatting with y'all. I know I let y'all go. I said that probably minutes ago. But I'm gonna let y'all go this time. It's Melly's Kicks. Back on the sneaker review for YouTube. And we out.